Hi there, it's currently December 2nd, 2017. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, as well as commenting on these videos. I very much appreciate it. So, lots of stuff kind of happening. I feel like we have a full moon tonight. So what we're doing when we have a full moon is we're acknowledging what it is that we would like to release. So, I'm hearing to set the wheel in motion, meaning really start taking action on the relationships, romantic relationships that's coming through, stimulating your mind. So if there's anything that you'd like to start learning, now is a great time. Not being yourself is another big thing. So if you're on social media and you're not being your true self, then that's something you need to become a little more aware of. Your attitudes is also very, very important today. So making sure that you have a very positive attitude towards your life. If you're in an unfortunate circumstance, it's one of those things where we just have to, again, bring it back into those positive relationships that we have. Maybe I'm being drawn into your intimate relationships. So if you have a partner and you're struggling with anything, you want to bring it back into that partnership and allow that person to help you through like really loving energy. So that's kind of what's coming up. The Queen of Wands is saying it's a great time. This card is, what the card represents is Leo, and it's about being flexible. But I'm hearing I want to also, so although I'm reading the cards, I'm also trying to channel and hear messages. So what I'm hearing is focusing on your future. So that's what this card is going to now represent. And that's where we want to put all of our energy into, is actually on not just the here and now, but more in towards the future. Three of Cups is saying that this is more related to finances. So although the card represents celebration, this is saying you really need to take your time when it comes to so for some reason, if somebody's in a situation right now and you need to find evidence, I'm hearing to take the time to actually find the evidence. So don't, today's not a day to jump to conclusions, that sort of thing. And when this card is representing finances, it's saying that your attitude will determine everything. So if you're worried about money at all, or money's coming up in your life, your attitude is actually going to reflect how much money you have. So that's very interesting, and I'm learning that as well. I'm realizing that when I have a positive attitude, that's what attracts people. And if I'm worried and I'm being, worrying is negative, so sometimes we don't think that we're negative, but if we have any worries at all, we're carrying that vibration and it backfires. So we really have to trust and have faith, okay? So this is where the full moon also is coming up, where if we have tendencies to worry or anything like that, if we're holding on to any fears, tonight when you see that moon, you really want to acknowledge it, even just through the window, and just allow it to kind of take away those worries, and then we start manifesting that into the new moon. So I'm hearing to rise up, meaning pull yourself up when you're getting down or when you're worried about things. That's your job to do. And if you have children, that's kind of coming through as well. Like worrying about your children is not helping either, especially when it comes to money. If you're worried about having enough money for your kids, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm just hearing that there's some frustration around it all. So yeah, just make sure that you're listening to what other people have to say, okay? Eight of Cups is saying this is exactly what we're talking about the full moon. It's about walking away from something that you've been doing for a long time. And music is actually coming up. So music is very therapeutic when we're going through a hard time. Toxic relationships is also coming up. So finding balance in your life with your relationships as well. If you're letting go of a relationship that's toxic for you, this is a positive thing. It's just that you need to have mood stabilizers around you. So that's what music does. Knight of Wands, saying sometimes we just need to be grateful and thankful. The card represents a person who likes to have fun, and they also like to have purpose in their lives. But it's what's coming through is just your influences. So be mindful of who is influencing in your life. So we want to have positive role models, that sort of thing, rather than people that are diving into things that aren't really our cup of tea. So yes, if there's something you want to do, just make sure it interests you, and that's why learning is coming up. Was coming up at the beginning. So. Focusing on the attitude, I think, is going to be a struggle for a lot of people, because I think there's a lot of stuff going on in people's minds, and when we think too much, it just needs to all kind of like go away. So really make sure that you're letting go of your thoughts today if they're not going in the right direction. So that was a loud car. Three of Pentacles is saying that sometimes we're moving forward, but we're doing it in a weird way. Or we're doing it very slowly. So the Three of Pentacles is represents a person that needs to they have a lot of work ahead, but they also have a lot of work behind them, and they're in a time where they can take a little break. But this is more related to fear. So it's actually saying that the reason why it's taking so long for you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish is because you're making it much more difficult than it needs to be. And I know that that's not what you want to hear. I feel guided to showing you that I have amethyst beside me for anyone that needs that in their life, maybe having that as a necklace. You can check out robinsealing.com if you're interested in any of my jewelry. I do free shipping. I'm also wearing it's gold sandstone. And this is great for a person that's looking for ambition, that sort of thing. It's a very powerful stone, does other things as well. I think it helps stabilize our emotions as well. So I've been kind of wearing this for the last couple days. So that's all I'm going to say about that. If you're interested in any of my events and you live locally, and I'm also going to be doing some of my workshops online as well. I just haven't figured out how yet. You can check me out on Instagram as well, where my dog yesterday did the tarot card reading, so he'll probably do that again today. So thank you so much for any new subscribers as well. Thank you for sharing these on social media. I very much appreciate it. Have an awesome day. Bye!